Before I tell you what happened, there's something you need to know about me. Years ago, I was a horror YouTuber. I spent my nights uploading scary stories, reading disturbing experiences, and building an audience that loved being frightened. Back then, I thought the scariest things existed inside the stories I told. I was wrong, because one day, I gained a subscriber who wasn't interested in my videos. It was interested in my audience. And every time it left a comment, someone died that same night. I stopped talking about this years ago, not because people didn't believe me, and not because I wanted to forget it. I stopped because every time I told the story, someone would ask for the username, and I never wanted anyone searching for it. Even now, sitting here years later, I still refuse to say it out loud, because the last thing that account ever wrote to me was, "Thank you for noticing me," and 3 hours later, someone died. Back then, my channel wasn't big. I uploaded horror videos 3 times a week, mostly narrations and creepy true stories. Nothing unusual. The channel was growing steadily, and I spent most nights editing alone in my apartment. Around that time, I noticed a subscriber who always appeared first. Every video, no matter when I uploaded. Midnight, 3 in the morning, during work hours. It didn't matter. The comment was always there within seconds. At first, I assumed it was a fan using notifications. The comment itself wasn't strange. Usually something simple. "Good video. I enjoyed this one. See you next upload." But after a few weeks, something changed. The comments became more specific, more personal. One night, I uploaded a story at 1:17 a.m. Within 15 seconds, the account commented, "You should replace the light bulb behind you." I froze, because the bulb behind my desk had been flickering all evening. I hadn't mentioned it. Nobody could see it. The camera was pointed away from that side of the room. I stared at the comment for almost a minute before deleting it. Then I told myself the same thing people always tell themselves when something feels wrong. Coincidence. Just coincidence. The first death happened 3 days later. I uploaded another video. The account commented immediately, but this time there was only one sentence. "Tonight will be difficult for him." A few hours later, a local news article appeared online. A man had died in a traffic collision less than 10 minutes from my apartment. It bothered me, but not enough to connect the two events. Not yet, because weird things happen every day. People die every day. The human brain looks for patterns. That's what I told myself. Until the second death. The next upload was on a Friday. Again, the account appeared first. Again, the comment was strange. "She shouldn't answer the phone tonight." I remember reading it while rendering the next video. Something about the wording felt deliberate. The following morning, another article appeared. A woman had been murdered in her home after opening the door to someone posing as a utility worker. According to reports, she had received a phone call shortly before. The timing made my stomach tighten. For the first time, I went back and checked. The comment had been posted hours before her death. I didn't sleep much that night. Every sound inside the apartment seemed louder. The refrigerator humming, the building settling, distant traffic. I kept checking the comment section, kept refreshing, watching that account, waiting. The third death removed any doubt. The account commented, "He's awake right now." That was all. A college student died before sunrise. The police suspected a home invasion. The estimated time of death matched the comment. Almost exactly. I stopped uploading for 2 weeks. I convinced myself it was stress. Maybe I was connecting unrelated events. Maybe I was losing perspective. Then I received an email. No subject line, no greeting, just a screenshot. It showed my channel homepage, and beneath it was a sentence. "You don't upload anymore." I checked the sender. There wasn't one. No address. Nothing. The email shouldn't have existed. I moved apartments after that. Changed equipment. Changed routines. I stopped showing any personal details online. For a while, it seemed to work. The account disappeared. Months passed. The comments stopped. Life started feeling normal again. Then one night, I uploaded a comeback video. Within 8 seconds, the account returned. The comment read, "Nice apartment." I nearly dropped my phone because I had moved 3 times since the last comment. Nobody knew where I lived, not even most of my friends. Yet somehow, it did. That was when I made the mistake that almost got me killed. I replied. After nearly a year of silence, I replied directly. I asked, "Who are you?" The answer arrived immediately. "Someone who watches." I asked how they knew those people would die. There was a pause, longer than usual. Then another reply appeared. I never said I knew. I stared at that sentence for a long time, because suddenly the wording of every previous comment felt different. The account had never predicted deaths. Not exactly. It had simply described what was about to happen, like someone watching events unfold before they occurred, or someone causing them. I contacted police, cybercrime investigators, anyone willing to listen. They traced the account. Nothing. No IP. No registration records. No linked information. The account technically existed, but it left no trail. One investigator eventually told me something I still remember. He said it quietly, almost embarrassed. He said the account looked less like it had been hidden, and more like it had never been created through normal means at all. Then came the first twist. A detective called me 3 weeks later. He had been privately reviewing the deaths connected to the comments. There were more than I knew about. A lot more. Different cities, different years, different victims. But every case had one thing in common. The account wasn't predicting future deaths. The comments were being posted after the victims were already dead. Hours after, sometimes days after. Only the timestamps had somehow changed. Every record showed the comments appearing before the deaths, but archived versions showed something different. The dates didn't match. It was as if somebody had edited time itself inside the platform's records. Someone had access to systems nobody should have. Someone intelligent. Someone who wanted the comments to be seen. Then came the second twist, and this one terrified me. The detective sent me a list of names. Every victim, every death, every location. At first they looked random. Then I noticed something. Every victim had subscribed to my channel. Every single one. Not active viewers. Not random people. Subscribers. The account wasn't commenting on deaths. It was selecting an audience. I stopped uploading permanently. Deleted videos. Changed my name online. The channel disappeared. Eventually the account vanished too. Years passed. Nothing happened. I got older. Moved on. Or at least I thought I had. 3 years ago, I received a package. No return address. Inside was an old external hard drive. I almost threw it away. Instead, I plugged it into an isolated laptop. There was only one file. A video. The recording opened with security camera footage from a room I immediately recognized. My first apartment. The one from years ago. The room where I used to edit videos late at night. The camera angle came from inside the room, high in the corner, watching me. I had never installed a camera there. I watched myself editing, drinking coffee, checking comments, living my life completely unaware. The timestamp on the footage was from months before I noticed the mysterious subscriber. Whoever recorded me had been there long before the comments began, long before the deaths, long before I even knew there was a problem. Then the video ended. A second file appeared automatically. Just text. One sentence. "You were never the channel." I remember feeling cold when I read it, because for the first time, I understood. The subscriber wasn't watching my content. The subscriber was watching my subscribers, using my channel as a list, a catalog, a way to choose people. I wish that was the end. I really do. But it isn't. Because 6 months ago, I logged into an old backup account I hadn't touched in years. The channel was gone. The videos were gone. Everything was gone, except the subscriber count. One subscriber remained. Just one. The same account. Still active. Still subscribed. After all these years. I didn't click the profile. I didn't open the messages. I didn't search further. I closed the page immediately. But before I did, I noticed something. The account wasn't subscribed to my old channel anymore. It was subscribed to the account I was currently using. The backup account I had never shared with anyone. The one nobody knew existed. I haven't logged in since. And maybe that's why I'm still here. Maybe. But every now and then, late at night, I hear a notification sound from devices that aren't turned on. A soft little click from somewhere in the dark. And for a split second, before I convince myself it was nothing, I wonder if a new comment has appeared. Because if there's one thing I learned from all of this, it's that the account never threatens anyone. It never warns anyone. It never asks for anything. It simply comments. And somewhere, before morning comes, someone always becomes the next thing it noticed.